Hello and welcome back to another week of Sambo iRacing. We're here at Road America once again for another track guide, this time in the Honda Acura using the fixed setup. So this is primarily for the people that are using the GT3 challenge and they're just using the fixed. I found it slightly quicker than the Porsche, a little bit easier to handle around here, even if the Porsche felt more fun to drive. One of those weird ones. Right, anyway, let's start the hot lap. Okay, let's start the hot lap. Smashing it down the main straight, looking for the 3-cone, braking up to about 60%, down to 4th gear, nice trail off there. Back up to 5th, looking for the just before the 1 marker. This time we're going down to 3rd gear, and again, very similar to the previous corner if you look at the telemetry graph. The important thing here about turn 5 is braking in a way that puts you off the track so that you can really open up turn 5, down to 2nd gear, smoothly back on the gas. Little dab of the brakes now, down to 2nd gear, start feeding the power on mid-corner. Absolutely flat through 7. Try not to touch this grass here on entry into 8. Again, down to 2nd gear, up to 3rd, up to 4th. Now a big lift, and now we start building back up on the power in 4th gear. We're going to go flat through the kink. For the 3 marker here at Canada corner, down to 3rd gear, smoothly back on the power again, up to 4th. We're going to go flat over this. Couldn't do it flat in the Porsche, no matter how much I tried. Now the 2 marker, final bit of braking, leaving it in 3rd gear, and smoothly back on and up the hill. And this was about half a second quicker for me in the Acura than the Porsche. Let me know if you've tried them both, what you think's easier. Anyway, let's do the breakdown. Okay, let's charge through the breakdown. People to see, places to go. Alright, first braking marker, just before the 3-cone, we're going to brake up to about 60%. Hold it, and now we're going to smoothly trail off down to the apex, drop it down to 4th, and then as we hit the apex, we're back on 100%, nice and early doors, as you can see. That's going to send you out wide, but that's fine, there's extra track here. Now we're looking for the 2 marker just coming up, and it's going to be a very similar corner again. We go through the 2, we brake up to about 65%. Again, long trail off, down to 3rd gear, start building back up, so as we're on the apex, we're back up to 100%. That's going to send us wide once more, but again, there's extra track. Don't hit the grass. Alright, next braking marker is just after the 3 that we go past here, as you can see. Now we're going to brake in a straight line, aiming for those yellow, whatever they are, posters on the concrete wall out there. So that's where we're aiming for. Wiping all that speed off, dropping it down to 2nd as we trail off down to the apex, and now picking back up on the throttle at the apex. We can't go up to 100% until we straighten that wheel out. So just before we get to the Corvette bridge, up ahead here, we're going to do a little dab on the brakes. Trail it off, we drop it down to 2nd, and now we start picking back up on the throttle again when we're at the apex. And we can't go up to 100% until we clear that apex, and we're just opening that steering up slightly. Back over to the left-hand side, up to 3rd, up to 4th. We're going to take some grass here on entry. And just finish right up against the grass here on exit. Same thing just before the 2. We're going to start braking here. And again, quite hard, up to about 95%. Wipe that speed off. Drop it down to 3rd, drop it down to 2nd. And again, we're building back up on the apex. We can't get up to 100% till we open the steering. Back over to the left-hand side. Up to 4th. And now it's at this point here where we start doing a big lift. And we're just holding it, holding it, holding it until we can start seeing that the corner opens up ahead of us. And that's when we then go back onto full power. Use the full exit. And again, use this corner. Go flat out. Right, 3 is going to be our braking marker here. And again, we're braking quite hard, up to about 85-90%. Wipe that speed off, trail it off down to the apex. Start building back up on the curbing. And back up to 100% as soon as we come off. Up to 4th. Get a nice wide entry here. Now we're going to turn inside of the corner. It feels like we're just going to clip that grass. And that's going to allow us to be flat. And the final braking is just before the 2 marker again here. Nice wide entry. Brake up to about 60%. Hold it, trail it off. Down to 3rd gear. And now start to build back up. As you can see here, I had to make a little correction. So I'm turning left. And then I had to do a tiny bit of left hand down. Just so that I could settle the car and get up to 100%. And open across the line in a minute. We have one final version coming on next, which is the driving line without me talking. Enjoy.